Hello everyone, I hope your Saturday is going very well, and just get my screen right, there we go. So yeah, we're an hour late because the studio is well out of way of noise, traffic, stuff like that, pretty quiet, but there's limits, and one of those limits we found is when one of the neighbours decides to use very, very loud chainsaws to cut logs all day. That's why we're an hour late. And it's literally it. And I hope everyone's well. Last week we were Eventful and Paranormal. We Wayne Goodell that we interviewed quite recently. He did a paranormal marathon over last couple of weeks. So there were plenty of action and happenings there. And also check out Alexa Graves as well. She's had some good news and building up her own projects and company. So there's always plenty happening. How is everyone? I'll just see if I can find the comments. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go.
Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah, our Phil's there. And I'm John. So, Tiffany, how you doing? I hope everyone's well.
Hi, Deborah.
Tiffany, you thought you heard something just before live started. We'll check that because that's actually been happening quite a lot on our lives. People hearing conversations at some points. Hiya, Gary Rowe. How you doing? Team Spirit Paranormal. Great group to check out.
We'll be playing one of the videos as well. Some Fruit Live.
Yep. Deborah Stark, how you doing? I hope you're well. Nigel Porter, and hello, Leslie Hudson. Yes, Tiffany, I believe you will have heard that EVP. That we've actually on this page a bit further down. We're going to make little videos of them as well. We have got audio clips where myself and Martin Ali, weren't it? We were talking to. Yeah. We were talking just like this, and literally a voice sounding nothing like anyone there, just whispered, "Get out." And we looked at it on we did some analysis on it, and frequency, volume, and everything were just totally different. So yeah, we've actually had that a few times. For comments there, bro. Right, so well, yeah, Irene Takura, how you doing? All the way from Japan.
And well done to her as well. She's got a page called World of Ghosts.
Yes, World of Ghosts. And it's Irene Takura's new group. She's a lovely woman. Thankful for everyone's support, and Irene's always there. So it's really good. It's really good to see these. Deborah, we know, Gary and Leslie, it's great. Tiffany, we've seen you before, so it's all good.
Oh, Las Vegas.
Tiffany's in Las Vegas. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
See, there's a friend went to Las Vegas. He saw a few properties and said, "John, you and your Phil, I'd love to investigate these." And I had a quick look on Google Earth. Yeah, it's what you do. And some of the hotels and things like that, you just stand out as that looks quite. They look older than some look older than what they are, and you just think I'd love to investigate that. So yeah, Vegas definitely somewhere I'd like to visit. So yeah, right, just get the comments on. So what we're doing today is we're doing a live stream, different videos from different paranormal groups. Most of these groups are friends and people friends that we've met through Paranormal Unity as well. So it's really good, and we thought it's a good way because there's loads of investigations that have already been done. A lot of times, even I do, we go on Facebook, we look for what's live, and we thought let's bring those investigations from past back, make them live, and we get to see these gems that we've missed before, and most of these I've missed. Just want to say hello to Gemma Penfold as well, and Rebecca Sheldon. How you doing? So yeah, any paranormal questions on anything really, you can ask away. We'll get to them when we can. And the first video, Phil, who was it from?
We investigate the paranormal.
Yes.
Paul.
We investigate the paranormal, and it's Andy Proctor, isn't it?
Andy Proctor.
It's Andy Proctor from We Investigate the Paranormal, and they're looking at Garthorpe Hall. Now, from what I can remember, Garthorpe Hall's around Manchester, and they cover this pretty well with story behind that hall. Anyway, it links to other areas in that area. So
it's also got a famous connection.
Yeah, it's a really famous.
Wait for that.
A really famous connection, but we'll wait for a video. So let's have a look. Thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, it's great seeing other people's work and investigations as well, because you learn loads of things. Wayne Gowell's just joined us there. Yeah, he recently did a marathon of paranormal investigations. Well done to you, Wayne. And it was great to have him on as well, to talk to him. It's great seeing people's investigations. There's the history, there's things that they pick up on, and if you end up at that location, maybe ask what they found as well. See if it expands, goes any further. It's all. I think it should be all for positive, isn't it? So, we'll get on with the first video. We investigate the paranormal, looking at Garthorpe Hall. Thanks, everyone.
Described as being an Elizabethan gem in the heart of industrial Lancashire, and hidden away between Pendle Hill and Burnley, is the magnificent Garthorpe Hall. Standing proudly since the year 1605 in the town of Padiham, Garthorpe Hall was home to the Shuttleworth family, right up until 1967, when the last resident, Rachel K. Shuttleworth, died. Now a Grade 1 listed building, the hall was given to the National Trust in the 1970s, where for several years it became a college for textiles, until later becoming the historical landmark which we all see here today. Now open to the public, Garthorpe Hall offers a window into a fascinating era of a time gone by. Now restored to its former glory, but many of its decorative features remain unaltered, including its fabulous original plasterwork ceilings and the dark oak panels covering most of the walls. Containing the most elaborate and modern features of its day, Garthorpe Hall would have stood out from the crowd and showed the people of Lancashire and beyond that the Shuttleworths had arrived. Garthorpe Hall was built on the site of a peel tower, where the Shuttleworth family lived as far back as the 1400s. But when the tower was demolished and was replaced by Garthorpe Hall, this became a building like no other. Hello everyone and welcome to Ghost Stories at Gorethorpe Hall. So we've taken a brief look at the history of the hall, but now I'm going to take a step back in time some 400 years and take a look at the first resident of the hall, who was a Richard Shuttleworth, and his connection to the Pendle Witches. One of the hall's earliest occupants was Colonel Richard Shuttleworth, who inherited Gorethorpe Hall from his uncle. A man of authority, Richard Shuttleworth was a High Sheriff of Lancashire and a Member of Parliament for Preston, along with being a commander of the Parliamentarian Army of the Blackburn Hundred during the English Civil War. His 400-strong army of soldiers managing to see off 4,000 Royalist soldiers, saving Gorethorpe Hall from being taken over. Local stories suggest that Colonel Shuttleworth was involved in the Pendle witch trials of 1612, where 12 of the accused witches were arrested and sent to Lancaster Castle to await their trials. The Lancaster Assizes took place on the 18th and 19th of August in 1612, where 10 of the accused witches, most being from the Pendle area, were sentenced to death, being executed by hanging. One of the accused witches of 1612 was Anne Redfern. Anne lived on Richard Shuttleworth's land, and Richard's servant, Robert Nutter, accused Anne, along with others, of being witches. Both Anne Redfern and Old Chattox threatened Robert years previous, both women claiming to have supernatural powers. Robert Nutter later died, his death adding to suspicious rumours already circulating within the local area of Old Chattox's involvement. But most locals firmly believed that the Forest of Pendle and its neighbouring villages were home to groups of women who were practising black magic, these being the ones responsible for bewitching Robert Nutter, along with many others. Due to 2 unexplainable deaths of various family members in 1687, the Shuttleworths decided to move away from Gorethorpe Hall, believing the hall to be a bad omen. And 3 generations of the Shuttleworths refused to return. It wasn't until the year 1842 when the hall took on a new lease of life and was modernised and improved. New owners James Kay and his wife Janet redesigned the hall's interiors and the surrounding gardens, along with adding a new grander oak staircase and heightening the tower of the roof, all of which remains here to this day. In the 1900s, the hall was left under the care of Rachel K. Shuttleworth, who lived here for many years, looking after her father. A renowned embroidery and lace maker, Rachel turned Gorethorpe Hall into a craft house and built up a large collection of arts and crafts, many of Rachel's works displayed here for visitors to admire. Rachel K. Shuttleworth died in 1967 and was the final member of the Shuttleworths ever to live here. Now, during the 1960s, a gentleman named Tom was gardener here at Gorethorpe Hall. Now, one day, Tom and his wife ended up cleaning Gorethorpe Hall, giving it a good clean up, and Tom discovered a secret passageway in the hall. Now, in the passageway, they found some little bottles which seemed to have some sort of medicine in them. Tom showed the passageway to Rachel Shuttleworth, but she had no idea about this or the bottles, and found no explanation as to how or why these small bottles were hiding away in there. Could it be a possibility that the secret passageway may have been used to hide the medicines and potions made up by the accused witches of Pendle? Or maybe just an innocent safe place for storing medicines? In truth, it seems we will never really know. Now, before even entering the hall, some of its visitors claim to experience some unpleasant and unusual feelings. Numerous people claim that before even entering the grounds, they feel an overwhelming urge to just turn back around and leave, especially whilst passing through the main gate leading into the grounds of the hall. The majority of old halls seem to have a resident spirit of a grey lady, and Gorthorpe Hall is no different. The main staircase is an area where the spirit of a grey lady has been sighted on more than one occasion, just standing on the staircase. Many people believe this to be the ghost of Gorthorpe Hall's former resident, a Rachel K. Shuttleworth. It seems that almost every floor at Gorthorpe Hall is reported to house an unknown entity. The ghost of a hooded nun has been spotted standing in front of the hall. In life, the nun met her untimely death by the hands of her lover, who is believed to have murdered her. More unexplainable phenomena has occurred in the hall's kitchen, where it is reported that the spirit of a young servant girl was once spotted cowering in a corner. When all the visitors have left the hall and darkness falls, staff here report seeing people still in the building, along with the eerie feelings of being followed around the hall. When the windows are closed and all doors are locked, the unexplainable sounds of footsteps walking along the 70-foot-long gallery is another regular occurrence inside Gorthorpe Hall. A phenomena which seems to affect people's emotions, including the feelings of deep unease when in this building. It's something that many visitors and staff have encountered throughout many years. The sounds of footsteps and voices have been witnessed in the dining room, along with the eerie sounds of musical instruments coming from the minstrel's gallery. Visitors here report an uncontrollable urge to leave the hall whilst browsing along the upper levels. Many people reporting a dark presence following them around the corridors, but then it just vanishes. On the top floors are rooms where servants once stayed. But in here, it is believed that a young female was murdered. Female visitors regularly report sharp pains in their chest, along with an overwhelming feeling of sadness and despair upon entering the servants' quarters. Now, it's not just Gorthorpe Hall that's haunted, but the surrounding gardens are haunted too. The phantom of a monk is said to haunt the gardens. His spirit spotted pacing around, with his head down and his hands clasped together, as if he is deep in thought. World War II brought many hardships to the Shuttleworth family. which saw the once grand Victorian gardens being removed in 1946 and replaced by a large lawn. During a heatwave in the summer of 2018, the outline of the Victorian garden re-emerged for all to see, making the news as the ghost garden of Gawthorpe Hall. Visitors from around the country flocked to the hall to catch a glimpse of this historical garden. Well, what an incredible place Gawthorpe Hall is, with so much fascinating history and hauntings. So until next time, do ghosts exist? What do you think?
Yep. So yes, that was a video there from Andy Proctor. He's actually in the chat viewing. Just like I say, it's a great video. No, thank you, thank you, Andy. It was great. We love history. We always like talking to history of things. There's a great mixture of history, the famous connections to cases, and yeah, a good video there as well. I've got loads of questions, Andy, that I'd like to ask you. So if you don't mind, I'll if at some point, if I can ask you about a few things on that area, it'd be great. I was just wondering if it ever tied in as well, one of them, to a Gawthorpe Hall that's over towards Wakefield. It's not standing anymore, and it's got Airwood House built over top of it, and that's one of them that I'd like to ask about. But yeah, anyway, great stuff. So we're just going to play another video, and this is from Long Gone Paranormal.
It's the Galway County Jail Part 2.
Yeah, from the. Let's have a look. Just make sure I get this right. We have people from America in here, so they'll probably tell me I'm saying it wrong. Let's have a look. I probably will say it wrong. Where is it from?
Gila.
Right, so yeah, this is Long Gone Paranormal, and it's Gila County Jail, I think. But it's great stuff. We'll play that now. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Andrew.
So into the 3rd of July. It's 4:20 in the morning. There's no first light here at 4:20 in the morning. It's still really, really dark. Right, okay. He's sitting in the dark. Left the rifle, and eventually returned the set of keys that were missing from the janitor's closet. They're wrapped up in a newspaper that ended up in the front of the courthouse.
That's crazy. We're getting all these confirmations. So I want Tom to ask a couple questions, because Tom has built a rapport and really has stoked the flame on uncovering the truth about what happened to Kinsley, and really went into the science and the research and rebuilt the entire shooting from start to finish. And so we want to see if that rapport will allow us to further validate what's happening out here. I'm going to just fire up the K2 meter too. This is insane. We're getting all kinds of activity all of a sudden. Yeah.
Kingsley's quiet.
If you're here with us, can you come change this light on this K2 meter to red? Can you come take the energy out of that device for us?
Good, live.
All right, so we are here with Tom Foster, and Tom is part of the historian team here and director of different events here in Lowe. So Tom wanted to come in and give us an interview and tell us a little bit about the Gila County Jail and more specifically about Kingsley Olds, which is one of his favorite people to study. Welcome, Tom. Appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, with Kingsley, interesting case. It's late June, and it's 1911. And of course, the jail here is new. And there was a rancher miner that was partners with Kingsley Olds, Wesley Gosler. And there was some equipment that needed to be delivered to Horseshoe Bend. It's about 21, 25 miles from here. It's still a rough road to try to even get out there on the Salt River. And so Wesley has two young daughters, Myrtle and Lulu. And it's hot, and they want to go swimming in the Salt River. And so Kingsley, a trusted friend and associate, okay, well, they're taking the wagon with this equipment, and the girls, please, Dad, can we go? Can we go? Well, yeah, okay. So Kingsley grabs a shotgun and puts a pocket full of shells ready to go, and they go out to Horseshoe Bend. Well, it's getting dark. Girls don't come back. Nobody comes back. They go out looking. I think this is around the 24th of June. It's towards the end of June. And they find a blanket at Horseshoe Bend, partially eaten lunch. They find a shotgun, blood all over the rocks in the hills. So they find Kingsley several miles away. And finally, in looking for the girls, one of the girls comes up to the surface in the Salt River. There's a very deep pocket out there that has sort of a shelf on it, so it's really deep. She comes up to the surface, they look for the other girl, and finally they find her. She comes up, they're both drowned. So they find Kingsley several miles away, and he has a shotgun blast, a wound to his face. So part of his jaw is blown off, part of his tongue's gone, he can't talk, he's delirious. When he talks about coming back, he had gone and he came back and the girls were missing, and there was a Mexican or an Indian, somebody on the blanket, had the shotgun, he walked up and confrontatively shot him. And that's all he remembers. And so that was part of the story. Well, they go back out with the sheriff and other people, and they're looking around the area, and what they're seeing is one set of footprints and one set of horse tracks, and those are actually the wagon that Kingsley and the girls.
So that was like their version of DNA forensics.
Yeah, back in the day, they're sort of learning about this. And so he has a story, and they buy it. And in the newspaper, it talks about the story and how they print all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, he's being questioned and questioned again and questioned again. He's writing notes because he can't talk. It's summer. He's got to be miserable. It's hot. He's shot. It's really hard to attempt suicide with a shotgun at point blank range.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to miss.
Right.
So there's one element of this whole story that there's an issue with. So he finally goes, I don't care what happens to me. I did it. It's my fault. And so whatever you want to do, go ahead and do. And so he's never really indicted. He's never tried for murder. He never goes into a courtroom. And so as they bring him back into town, put him in hospital, you know. Well, a lynch mob forms. And so he's gonna get lynched. And so the sheriff, being the sheriff that he is, good man, I think overall, he's got a lot of history too. He brings him here and he hides him up here in the women's tank. Nobody can get to him. There's no way for them to get to the windows and, you know, everything else. And so,
There's what, 6 sets of bars between us and the front door?
yeah, so here he is. They put him on a cot. They have a nurse out in the hallway out here. She puts one light in the cell so she can look in to see what's going on. And so he's safe. And coroner's inquest, she has given him morphine, okay, for the pain, and he's writing notes. Well, all of a sudden he tells the nurse that the girls came and visited him here. And they basically said, you're gonna be joining us real soon.
Really?
And you would think that if you murdered 2 people and they show up in your cell and you're trapped in here, you're gonna go, get me the hell out of here, get me
And
out
he
of here.
didn't?
No, he didn't. He just said the girls came and they visited, and we're going to be joining each other soon. And so there you go. She puts him to sleep. He's okay at about 11:20 in the evening. She checks on him. He's all right. And so the night goes on. Somebody gains access to the courthouse, and they come in through the judge's chambers into his library and into the judge's toilet. It's about 26 feet from his toilet window to ground zero here. And so he waits all night. He smokes cigarettes and cigars. He waits in the dark. At 4:20 in the morning, you got to realize that in July, now this is July 2nd, I think it was. So into the 3rd of July. It's 4:20 in the morning. There's no first light here at 4:20 in the morning. It's still really, really dark.
Right.
Okay, he's sitting in the dark. So at 4:20 in the morning, he props his rifle up, you know, a 95 Winchester, real short barrel carbine, props it up on some logbooks up here, and he waits. And finally, at 4:20 in the morning, he takes a shot. Across the alley, through the bars, and Kingsley is sort of propped up, you know, with his, you know, knee on the side. And so, according to the coroner's inquest, the bullet enters above his right shoulder and exits below his left breast.
So,
It's a hunting shot. It's a hard lung shot.
so this shot comes through a window approximately 20 feet through a set of bars, another window, and a second set of bars, and still manages to hit him.
And still hits him. And of course, you know, 30 caliber bullet. He's asleep, and so he's hit basically with the force of a freight train. And I forget what the muzzle energy is at 26 feet, but it's a lot.
And they never know, they never find out who did it.
Never find out. There was a comment. Okay, so he's laying on the floor and he's basically dying. And of course, the nurse is now rushing in and everybody's rushing in.
Right.
So about 4:30, 4:35 in the morning, there's a millman across the street in a bar. Just got off work. He's having a drink, you know. And he looks up and he sees a dark shadow come out of the front doors of the courthouse, down the steps, and disappears into Broad Street. The first morning light, you know.
Wow.
And so our murderer left the rifle and eventually returned the set of keys that were missing from the janitor's closet. They're wrapped up in a newspaper. They end up in the front of the courthouse. And so after over 100 years now, the murder is still unsolved. So we have ideas on who maybe pulled the trigger, but we don't know.
And who do you guys think that is?
Well, Wesley Goswick was on his way to the Salt River to Horseshoe Bend, armed to the teeth,
Okay.
and brought him back. I don't know.
Was that?
And if I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
You wouldn't tell us.
No, I can't, because after all this time, the best part of a story is the mystery that's involved. And if we remove the mystery, then the story loses a lot of its allure.
Same way we investigate, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
We
So
come in and we try to uncover the mystery of what's not being told. So I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
you may get a ding.
Everyone might. You know, it's a possibility he saw the shooter too. You never know.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Let's have you go in.
Beautiful.
And I'm gonna set this right here.
Okay. Yeah, you've
Set the
got,
microphone right there. I'm set one of these here.
yeah, there's a lot of energy.
Wow,
Tremendous amount of energy in here right now.
it's already red.
No, I feel it then I walked in.
Got Tom here with a replica of the actual rifle that they sat waiting. What kind of rifle is that?
It's an 1895 Winchester in 30-40 caliber. This was a lever action rifle done by Winchester. And a box magazine, fixed magazine. This has a saddle ring. It's a shorter rifle. The coroner's inquest, in the coroner's inquest testimony, it talks about a short rifle of this type. They said that it had been shortened so you couldn't see it. Outside the cell.
It's green.
Inside the cell.
Inside the cell. Yeah. It's now turning red. Right at the doorway here, like someone standing, waiting. Are you standing here waiting for us? I'll set this down here. Kings, you want to talk to us? Tell us what really happened with you and the girls. I'm turning my Ovilus on. Can you talk to me? Tell me what really happened. Can you turn my K2 meter? Make it light up? Rap on the bars? Knock on some glass? Let me know you're still here. You still have something to say? Inmate, I'm talking to you. I just came up with the word distant. Are you far away now? Are you in a better place? Are you on a different floor? Are you out of your cell? Are you supposed to be out of your cell? You're not getting, if I need to, I'm gonna send Jen in here. You know how she's talking to you. You don't seem to have a lot to say to me. Can we talk? Does he need to cock that rifle again? What happens if he cocks that rifle again?
Yeah, it was really, I'm still picking up stuff.
I'm getting a little, I get some right out here at the door,
Yeah,
at the table. What about the table? You downstairs by the table? Are you watching us film? Are you standing next to me? I've got it going about 13 now. We're at the doorway here.
yeah, when we walked in, it was really intense. You could really feel a lot of energy, and then it sort of
Kind of went away.
went away, like it was only sustainable for a very short period of time, and then it was.
Is it harder to show yourself now? What do you need to tell me? What can you tell me? What do you need? Do you need someone to speak for you? You can speak through my Ovilus. All you gotta do is say the words to it, and I can read them. I can hear what you need to say. Ton of readings out here. I'm gonna head back downstairs. Does she need to get some bullets in that gun? You don't seem to be hearing us. May is. Random words sometimes. Maybe. All right, I'm gonna send Jen down here and see what happens.
Wesley May.
Wesley May?
Wesley May Goswick was another little girl that he had nothing to do with. It's
Oh.
buried next to the girls.
Oh. Is that May talking to us?
Ooh.
Did she come in here to visit? May here? Are you in the room now? Do you want to talk? Only I'll lighten it up a little bit. If you're really here, you should be able to make it go red. Make it turn all the way red. We're gonna be here all night. All right, May, we're gonna come back, all right? I'm gonna send Jen. Maybe you can talk to her?
All right, y'all. So, following Stephen and Tom's investigation in Kinsley's cell with the rifle, we are headed back upstairs now with the necrophonics and bullets. So the bullets have no powder or primer, and the rifle had no bullets, just so we keep everything safe. But we're gonna see if we can make contact with Kinsley or possibly May. I saw the Oculus. May came through, and we just want to see. So we're gonna do this necrophonic session. Did you just tell us to get out? Yep. Kinsley, are you telling us to get out of your cell? It just said killed.
Yeah.
Twice. Kinsley, were you killed here? Can you tell us what you were killed with? Gun. Did you catch that?
Sorry or hurry?
Did you just say gun? Gun. So it just said gun twice, guys. Just confirmed what we said. So I'm gonna set this down and we're gonna pull out the bullets and see. Kinsley, I have the bullets here that you were shot with. Can you tell us? Can you tell us if this is the bullet that shot you? Kinsley, I know you were laying right here when you died from these bullets. This bullet came through these bars and hit you. Is May here? How about the girls that visited Kinsley? Are they here? Hello. Hello. Girls, are you here? Yeah. Did you hear that?
That I heard.
Can you tell us your name? May. Did you get May? Did you hear that? May, hey May, can you tell me your first name? What's her first name?
Wesley.
Wesley?
Yeah, it would be little Wesley May.
Wesley? Wesley? Wesley, are you here with us? Okay guys, I want to talk to one spirit at a time. Wesley, are you here with us?
Book?
Book?
Yeah, that's what the shooter used to prop the rifle up with, law books.
Really?
Yeah.
Is the mysterious shooter here? Or Wesley, are you trying to tell us how Kinsley died? Yeah.
Yeah, Wesley May was an infant, very, very young when she died.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. Can you tell me what my name is? My name's Jennifer. Can you tell me my name? Wesley, did you hear that?
I thought I did, yeah.
Holy crap, it just came through here, word for word. Wesley. You got Wesley and May.
So Wesley Goswick was the father of the girls.
Okay. Wesley, are you here with us? Are you happy that Kinsley got shot with this bullet? That's crazy. We're getting all these confirmations. So I want Tom to ask a couple questions because Tom has built a rapport and really has stoked the flame on uncovering the truth about what happened to Kinsley and really went into the science and the research and rebuilt the entire shooting from start to finish. And so we want to see if that rapport will allow us to further validate what's happening up here.
Oh, did you hear that?
Kinsley.
Yeah.
Just came through 3 times. That's crazy.
Ooh, yeah.
Can you tell me what I'm holding in my hand? Bullet. Did you hear that? Please tell me you heard that.
Yeah. So you have the cartridges again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, bullet. That's crazy, guys. I am literally holding the bullets and cartridges in my hand. Help? Kill? Help? Kinsley, are you here with us right now? Do you need help? If there's someone...
You're pulling in a female voice, a young female voice in there as well.
Yeah.
Well, we can try the girls again. So Myrtle or Lulu, are you here? Myrtle or Lulu Goswick? You came before. In 1911, you came and visited Kingsley in his cell.
What do you think, Tom?
Lots of voices. Every so often there's a word, but most of it is not.
It's not.
We just can't.
I feel like at first it was all intelligent responses.
Yeah,
And now we're getting nothing. It's like it was here and then it left again. Like you said, it comes and it goes.
yeah, it's transient. The energy is transient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming and going.
Do you want us to stay? You said it's transient. Do you want us to stay? Bye, Tom. Bye, Tom.
Yeah,
Bye, Tom.
I heard that.
Did you catch that?
I
It
heard-
just said bye to you.
Yeah.
Like it's right here. It knows you're leaving. That's crazy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can you say bye to me? I'm Tom's friend. You can ask him. He'll tell you I'm his friend.
Yep, it's true. Sure is.
All right, guys. So we are headed back out after the Echo Box session, or the Mechaphonic session with Tom, and that was just bone-chilling and incredible. The footage that we caught, the responses we got were so intelligent. I mean, it was insane.
The touch of our innocence is faded. No answers for questions we keep evading.
Oh my God, dude. So we're like, is May here with us? And it's like, yes. And then it's like, well, what's the first name? Wesley. Swear to God. What am I holding in my hand? Bullets. I swear to God. One after another for a good 10 minutes. As we were leaving, we're like, okay, what do you want us to do? You want us to leave? No. Stay for a few more minutes. We're like, okay, we're going to leave now. And it says, bye, Tom. Swear to God.
We feel the devil stare, but we move on like we don't care. 'Cause inside this house of glass, we're throwing stones and we just pray and laugh. We feel the devil stare, but we move on like we don't care. 'Cause inside this house of glass, we throw stones and we just pray and laugh.
Hello, everyone, and that was. I was just checking, make sure I weren't muted. Thank you, everyone that's been joining in, and by all means, feel free to comment and say hi or ask questions. It's no problem. That was Long Gone Paranormal, and they were at Gear County Jail. Just looking at that, it's amazing. Also, we're just waiting for the sound to rearrange. So yeah, wherever there's an investigation where you've got a paranormal investigation, rifles. I mean,
Yeah, you're just going to red.
that's amazing if you ask me. So yeah, some locations when ourselves living in UK, we've got a load of great locations, but in America they've got a lot of different type of locations, like Long Gone Paranormal. Jennifer Winner, she's investigated in massive in desert areas where there's abandoned places and hauntings. So things like those county jails and old asylums. You look at them and you just think, wow. And definitely we're going to try and make it over there one day, aren't we?
Mm.
I know you've been to Canada, and our Phil's been to Canada. He saw an old fort that's supposed to be haunted. Fort Erie, yeah. And you were inside one of the old accommodation blocks. A couple of orbs were seen there.
Actually, there were a full-blown apparition being took there.
Right, yeah.
They were on their wall, and it was very interesting.
So Fort Erie in Canada has been one place that he got to, and he took a wrong turn. He actually took a wrong turn in Canada and ended up in a small village.
Like
yeah. You like wrong turn, and you got a bit worried because it was totally remote, totally out of where they were supposed to be going. But luckily, the people were amazing. So you found a local shop and found your way back, didn't you?
Yeah.
So so that was Long Gone Paranormal, and now we've got a trailer to the Bella Doll video. It's work that's ongoing with Team Equinox Paranormal. And it's about a case that they went to, and they ended up coming across a Bella Doll. It's a toy. I'm sure there's a few people with them, but this one in particular, we've seen material and what were coming out of this doll voice mechanism. It's things that were never programmed in that doll, and it was saying the names of people in the room.
How many?
How many people in the room? There's a lot. They've got a lot of EVPs and raw footage. It's I don't know. I don't even know how to answer it. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a trailer and see what you guys think. Thanks a lot, guys.
We've all read the stories about Robert the Doll, and most of us have watched the Conjuring films, which features the doll, Annabelle. The doll was made famous by late paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Every year there are thousands of reports of people who believe they're in possession of a doll that is genuinely haunted.
The earliest reports of haunted dolls goes back to ancient Egypt, where enemies of Ramses III attempted to use dolls made in his likeness to bring around his death.
The dolls that were used in the ritual were said to be living and would curse anyone who bore their resemblance.
During this documentary, we will present you with paranormal evidence that shows that dolls can indeed have multiple spiritual attachments.
I know things no one knows. We're going to die. Help me. I'm begging you. Can you help me? I'm alone and scared. I lost my mommy. Can you help me? I'm coming for you. I'm going to be there, watching you.
Friday the 10th of May 2019, we arrived at an ordinary house in our local town. On entering the property, we were told that a haunting was upsetting 4 children. We started to walk around the house to try and sense where the spirit was. One of the bedrooms was my feeling as I walked around. One in particular had a doll sat in a child's toy pushchair facing the wall. I felt a presence around this doll, so Steve and I placed her onto the bed. We used the REM pod and began asking questions.
On the 10th of May 2019, Equinox Paranormal investigated someone's home. Can you just tell us a bit about what was discovered at that property?
Yeah, we got a phone call as usual. We get a call. Julie handles all inquiries. So that inquiry come in from a young lady, quite upset, a bit distraught on the phone. describing a few things that were really like a classical haunting. So Julie agreed to meet these people, that we'd go through, we'd have a look and give them some help if we can. When we got there, things changed, really. We kind of quickly realised it weren't a classical haunting at all.
So upon investigating this property, was there any indication that something was wrong in this home?
Only really the information we were given by the family, and also when we got there, it seemed a really nice home. Nothing out of ordinary, no instant reaction as we went in there. It was just until later on when we went upstairs into daughter's bedroom that there were a kid's pushchair with a doll in. It's a funny angle right in the corner, and it just kind of
got your attention.
Yeah. I went over to it, picked it up, thinking it was a kind of antique doll, and it weren't. It was a really modern, robotic thing. Straight away, we put that onto the bed, moved a few things about, and then Julie set up a REM pod. We set up K2 meters, just various bits of equipment, and just kind of left it running just to see what would happen. When we turned the doll on, the initial things it said were what we expected it to say. It kind of babbled and said these, you know, like
words that it knew.
Yeah, words that it knew.
Programmed.
Yeah. One of the indicators with the REM pod, it never stopped. It never stopped going. We turned it off and back on. As soon as we got to the doll, approached it, any of them kind of things, off it went. And then from there on, we looked at putting, using dowsing rods to indicate what we were doing and, you know, where it was. These rods didn't just kind of go slowly and move. They shot round really fast and pointed directly to where the doll was. From then on, we took it downstairs, and that's when the mum told us that they'd heard this doll talking, which she'd not mentioned before, which I found a bit strange, really, because, you know, you'd kind of strike that up as an highlight.
You thought it'd been one of the first things that had mentioned.
Yeah, and it was never mentioned at all. And then from then on, they had a Connect system on it. Did various bits like Julie's explained, did all them kind of things, and decision what to remove it from house, and owners were really, really happy with that. They really wanted that to go.
So over time, what are the family like now in terms of health, well-being? Are they happier?
Really, really different. I mean, we always keep a very close contact relationship with clients. We've got to. It's not a matter of getting rid of something or going in and blessing it all and doing all these things. It's not going to work if they don't put the part in as well for it, and we have to monitor that. So we kept regular checks with this family, and from within a day, 2 days, everything changed. They were really positive. They were planning on decorating their houses, and they were, you know, they've got a little, I think mum was starting a little business going and everything. Really enthusiastic, really different. But the main thing was they mentioned that the daughter whose doll it was, when she came back that night when we'd removed the doll, the first thing she said as she walked through the doll was, "Where's the doll?" She'd not really played with it for the last couple of weeks. So we found that strange that she'd not even gone upstairs.
Yeah.
She expressed that there was a tall, dark figure at the top of the stairs. It was menacing, it was scaring her. But she also had an imaginary friend. When we asked what the name of the imaginary friend was, it hadn't got a name. It never had a name, this imaginary friend, which I found a bit strange.
That's strange for an imaginary friend.
Yeah. When the imaginary friend was there, she felt safe enough to go upstairs past this black figure or where the black figure was.
Yeah.
Now, to me, it kind of looked, it was the deception, I think. That's trying to get that girl up there on an own knowing she's frightened.
Yeah.
So it plays a role of
feeding off her.
That's it. It's playing a role of I'm your friend.
Well, making it feel like this thing, imaginary friend was a protector.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she could go, yeah.
Family were happy in terms of you taking away the doll, and obviously you brought it back home and conducted further research.
And from there, we kind of saw a change.
Yeah.
It started, didn't it, really?
Well, we're talking a worse change or a better change.
I'll let Dave mention
Well,
that.
it started getting a bit more intense.
In the end, the team decided to destroy the doll.
Yeah.
Do you believe that by doing this, the entity that was attached was destroyed, or did it simply move on to another place?
No, definitely not. The idea behind that doll, to destroy that doll, was to take it completely to bits. What it was using was a speaker inside it, like it would with a ghost box or any other kind of speaker device.
Figure out how to use it.
That's it. And that's what we got as well. We've got you'll see in this film that there's quite a lot of recordings where you can see that it's manipulating that speaker.
Say words that it shouldn't be able to say.
Definitely saying words it shouldn't be able to say.
And even the manufacturers sent you emails confirming that they're interested in what you captured because it shouldn't be doing it.
They did. They're very, very keen to see some footage.
This documentary is not for entertainment purposes. Everything that you do see during this video is real and raw.
What's my name? That's what it should do, just make
Right,
noises
just
and
make
it's
noises.
spoken, yeah. How many people are in here now, please? Thank you.
Straight away.
Yeah.
That's it. Could you tell us how many's in the room again, please, Ben?
What's wrong now?
6.
I want to switch you off now. Okay.
There you go.
Get it.
How do you make love in a very nasty voice?
Come down here and listen to it.
Did you hear that? How do you make love? There you go.
That's what we want.
What's the name of the spirit that's attached to the doll?
Tell us your real name. You, yeah.
The spirit that's with the dog, can you turn your head left, please?
There you go.
Thank you. Can you turn it right?
Could you tell us about your experiences with the two Lover-Bella dolls, Anna and Bella, please, Kath?
I can, yes. I mean, I've been with the team for 8 months and I've been rather privileged. I would say to witness what I have witnessed. Julie and Steve and both Dave said they've waited a lifetime to witness what I witnessed. I must admit, I never felt frightened. I never felt threatened. I was just totally held in awe with things that I heard and saw. I'm glad, like rest of the team now, that it's over with now and that we're all ready to start a new chapter. But it's something that I'll never ever forget, and I feel really honoured, you know, just to witness what I did witness.
Excellent.
In such a short length of time.
Yeah. You probably never ever
I know.
see or hear anything like that again. And we definitely won't be buying more dolls that talk. We won't be using spirit boxes for obvious reasons. Can you shout your name out for me, please? Tell us who you are.
The time is short. Come forward and reveal yourself.
Fuck off.
Do you know what my name is?
Who's the person who needs help? Can you tell me who's dead, Anna? Please. I'm not dead, I'm here. Who's dead? Don't speak to me like that.
Can you say your name out loud?
Spirit, use the doll to tell us your name. We know your name is not Julie.
We hope you've enjoyed our documentary about the Loverbella dolls, Bella and Anna. All the footage that you've seen, all the EVPs that you've heard have been original, raw, not been edited or changed or anything. It just proves to show people out there in the paranormal field that these dark entities are actually real and how they can manipulate a speaker in a simple child's doll.
Yeah, and I think we have to be very careful at when people are using these kind of things. If you're communicating with any kind of spirit, how do you know what that spirit is? It could just be telling you it's that, you know, I'm your Uncle Fred or whatever. The likelihood is it isn't.
No.
It definitely isn't. No. I won't advise anybody to go out and rush and buy a doll thinking, oh, we'll do that and we'll do this. Please don't. No, this is not a joke. They're not a toy. Well, they are a toy, but to actually use it for a paranormal thing, it's not. It's just not advisable to do.
No. So I didn't believe until I heard. I did believe, and I knew they were always there. I've seen it and I've heard it, and now I do.
Hi everyone, so that was a trailer behind the Loverbella doll, and yeah, some of the stuff like this, it's said, what's not in the trailer. Yeah, it really does make you think how it were happening. It's some of the words as well that were coming out, what's definitely not been programmed in the chip. Or sounds like any other words in chip, because that was checked. They had a full list of what I think is it 70 different words that were programmed in to chip by manufacturer, something like that. But the amount that were coming on after that amount was it was ridiculous, really. And some of the words as well were very clear. Where some of them they weren't so. So yeah, that's an interesting one of the Lugabella doll with Team Equinox Paranormal. So Phil, what have you got on next?
It's REM Investigations Abandoned Hospital Part 2.
REM Investigations Abandoned Hospital Part 2. Now, the Part 1 we did play in a live stream watch party like this, didn't we? It was a good investigation. We saw some flashes and movements, and we also heard a few what we thought sounded like words in that first part. So yeah, look forward to seeing the second one actually, and see if anything comes along. Yeah, so we'll play that right now. Thanks, guys.
Let's just test it and see if they look a lot. Yeah, you're just going to red. Mine's flashing a bit.
Hey, did you guys shut that door?
No, I thought.
Did you hear it?
Brody,
Is that in here? Yeah, I thought.
that wasn't you shutting that door?
No, I did not shut the door. I want to make sure there's no contamination from this.
Okay. Holy sh!
Maybe my foot. I think it was moving now.
So listen back to the rest of it for a second.
Okay.
There's a light.
No light.
There was that creaking noise.
Yeah. That's been right close to me.
Think there was like an attic storage or anything? It would make sense as to why these ceilings are lower. Yeah.
There's only a down button, so I don't think so. This is top floor.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, somewhere.
Is that you?
Yep, that was me walking in something.
They went like,
I didn't say anything.
that wasn't you?
Where did you hear that?
I probably just made a noise when I walked
like
into
right
this.
here. Like this where I heard someone go,
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
did he leave?
No, he just shut the door.
Did he walk through that way?
Yeah, I just saw him.
Mm-hmm. I went the wrong way. If someone's in here, can you come stand next to this thing on the floor?
Huh?
What was that tape?
Huh?
What was that tape? Ooh. You hear that?
I don't know.
Ooh. You hear that?
I don't know. What was it?
Did someone just try to speak to us? There's a weird, another male voice sounded older.
It sounds kind of muffled, but yeah, I heard it a couple times.
But when I was walking into this room, and you go, oh. And it didn't sound like a radio station. If you're speaking to us, can you speak back into the speaker for us, please?
I was feeling like I did not want to be in that room for some reason.
What's that?
I was feeling like I did not want to be in that room for some reason.
In that room over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I do this walkthrough solo, but tonight I got Neo Inspector with me. See if we can catch anything. It's a PC fan. That's something popped up quick. Oh, there's something. Oh, there's something. Can you raise your hand? Do you want to try the EMF meter over there on that board? No, it's gone. There's a little bit of some kind of noise over there. No, it's not picking it up. Oh, now it's back. That might be a glitch though, the way it's. Oh yeah, it's glitched now, unless he moved. Yeah, it might have been a glitch. Might have thought that board was something. It might have been Tyler. Let's go this way. Maybe that wasn't Tyler. I don't know where he is. Go upstairs. Maybe he's up here. Ball moved. That was me. Now we're going to cut something in the lab. And that's weird that something appeared on the door right away. That's the door that we think slammed earlier. It was on this door, we caught something. Nothing now. But yeah, it sounds like metal. Yeah, Tyler's over there. There's only one staircase. What the fuck? There's pigeons up in the air duct. Well, oh. Somebody on the ground? That's kind of weird. It's like they were laying there.
You guys walk around already?
Yeah, there's a figure on the backpack. Scissors. I don't know, that's weird to map both of you and then still there. It looks a little weird though. Yeah, it was weird. Upstairs, we thought maybe you were up there, but like we heard a knock or something on like metal, and then something appeared on the door.
I've been out here the whole time.
There was a figure that popped up in the lab. Upstairs on the door, in the kitchen. Looked like one was laying on the floor.
Oh, really?
Thank you to Copper Canyon Paranormal for letting us investigate. If you'd like to investigate this location for yourself, leave the contact info down below in the description. I'd also like to thank Truth and Life Paranormal and Neuron Spectre for investigating with us. I think we made a pretty good team and we need to do it again soon. Now, how haunted do I believe the Phelps Dodge Hospital really is? We encountered almost every type of paranormal activity we expect to encounter on these investigations, short of something being moved or actually seeing an apparition. Random EMF readings, possible spirit box responses, and we also captured some figures on the SLS camera. But above all, the number of disembodied voices that we heard that night was a first for us. Typically, voices are caught after the fact during the reviewing of footage, but that night we were all hearing these voices out loud.
Examination for the sit down.
1 second.
Examination for the sit down.
1 second.
Examination for the sit down.
1 second. Huh?
What was that tape? Making the Phelps Dodge Hospital 89% haunted. This makes it the highest rated location for haunted activity we have investigated so far. As always, I'd like to thank our patrons, AJ and Lisa, for their continued support. If you would like to become a patron, you can sign up by clicking the link below down in the description. For $3 a month, you get a welcome package along with exclusive photos and early access to videos. Another great way to support the channel is by purchasing merch. That link is also down in the description. But the best way to support the channel is by subscribing and liking these videos, and we appreciate everyone that has done so thus far. So once again, thank you, stay tuned, and we will see you next time.
Yep, that looked like an amazing location. I hope everyone's well. If you want to just pop in and say hi, please do so. It's always good. So the next video we've got is, I believe, what we're playing next, Phil? Lady Bower?
Lady Bower.
Is the Lady Bower Lady Bower Inn, isn't it?
Yeah, back TSP, Team Spirit Paranormal.
So it's Lady Bower Inn, and me and I, Phil, were with Team Spirit Paranormal. So we're all together as Team Spirit Paranormal, and it's a very interesting building. It's also amongst some interesting surroundings. It's very wooded, hilly, St. Pete district. There's also a nearby, is it Cutthroat Bridge?
Yes.
Yeah, where that exactly happened, where people did were murdered using a cutthroat, weren't it?
Yeah, there were that many bodies actually. The Lady Bower Inn actually housed some of them.
As a morgue. So, very interesting. It's an interesting pub. The night was very interesting as well. With the we tried water scrying. We did ITC, ETIS method, and also automatic writing. So it was a really interesting night. We got some interesting results. When we were in Lady Bower Inn, before we went, we had a remote viewing done. And the things that she mentioned, like the fire, being near the fireplace, recording near this fireplace, and we did that, and things did start coming through, just like some of the reports. So it were very interesting on how it all unfolded. So yeah, that's the next video. We'll play this, and if you've got any questions, please type in comments. Thanks, guys. Welcome to Team Spirit Paranormal. We are a team of friends from South Yorkshire with a keen interest in the paranormal. We recently paid a visit to the Bamford area, a village that sits in the Peak District. We were there to investigate the Lady Bower Inn, a public house sat within a valley. We have visited many places, but this type of location gives an overwhelming natural feel, as the valley and trees overwhelms your visit. Around this area, touchstones have been dedicated to the four elements, a small tribute maybe to the ancients and the way the ancients thought and worshipped the elements in the area. They saw the streams and rivers as gateways to the other world, to the dead, caverns used to create connections with the gods, and the wind used as roadways for the spirits. As we arrived, the friendly staff showed us a building directly across from the pub, maybe once used for brewing or storage. We used a few investigation methods, including ITC and water scrying. We then joined the others over in the main pub, a really nice country pub with an appropriate atmosphere. We used many investigation techniques and noted a few occurrences, like this bell that had reportedly just fell off onto the bar one time while the staff were preparing to head off home. We were also shown a painting showing a few details of the outside area, including a lane at the side of the pub that leads to Cutthroat Bridge, where a spree of murders occurred that saw the pub used as a morgue. With this history and that of the 617 squadron that tested the bouncing bomb on the dam, I think we will be paying the area a daytime visit. Thank you.
As we're looking around here, this is part of the building, outer building. And as you can see, it's very dark indeed. Let's have a look, see if... This was part of his base camp. See what the other guys think.
Hello, this is John.
This is Philip.
Dave. And we're here as a team from Team Spirit Paranormal. Across the road, there's the Lady Bower Inn pub. And we're currently, what's this?
This is now a building across, possibly used for storage at some time, and maybe the brew house previously.
Yeah. And they just started to do it up, to do a makeover. And we're just going to see if we can contact anything here. We have seen that painting in Alway, haven't we? And it seems like there's always been a building.
This looks like the oldest structure. It's not been altered too much.
Yeah.
History, basically, I mean, the one what jumps out at me is what happened in 1700s, where there were a spree of murders.
Yeah.
And I think the actual building though were used as a Margaret Cross Road. But then again, if this were about at that time, you never know, that it could have had some.
It was this instead.
You've also used this also. So you never know, there might be some residual presence.
Yeah. And also, we'll probably come visit again in day because there's a bridge named after those murders, Cutthroat Bridge, I believe. So, quite a lot of interest in history, and see if we can contact anything. All right, guys? So, idea is, I've also listened to ITC going forward, so you can't see it all outside. We're running a Helios test called Estes experiment, where we ask questions. We don't know what we're asking. He's going to be recording what replies. Yeah. Right, so is there spirits in this room?
Movement.
Can you point to the movement? You feel any sensation? Heat, cold? Can you give us a name? Numbers? Any numbers? Dates? You feel any colour?
Paint.
Paint. Right. Any colour in particular? Can you smell paint?
Where is everybody?
This is an abandoned building, Spirit. Please tell us what you can remember.
Were you in here when it was painted? Many years ago.
Jim.
Jim. Is that your name, Jim? What's Do you feel it right now? Can you feel the raft in the door?
Didn't learn anything new. Crowded.
Crowded. Learn anything new. Was it a school? A schoolhouse? All the kids. Can you remember the school, Spirit?
Bridge. Water.
Do you know about the building down the road? Did you used to live down near the bridge?
Here.
You lived here?
Actually, I think I'm here, but
You're here now. Is your name Jim? Give us your name, Spirit. We need a name. Something you want. What colour paint were you thinking?
Yeah, these walls haven't got any paint. What would you like?
Should it be white?
it's strange. I had a bit of a weird taste in that.
Hot storage or something like that, sounds quite a bitter taste, isn't it?
It's not strong, is it? No, that's actually palette.
If it was a bit blue, fermented wood or something.
Murder.
Was there a murder in this particular building?
Yeah, was it the building or was it the area?
Do you remember the murder? Was it you that was murdered? What else do you know about this building?
Port.
Part of the building. Was it a bigger building?
Squadron.
Oh,
Squadron, no.
Yeah, there was some buildings in here to do it. Oh, yeah, really. Temporary one were up this side.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't know that actually.
That's what Andy was telling us.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna have to stop it there, guys. My back's killing.
Right.
Good.
Ah.
One or two interesting bits, though.
Yeah,
Possible links.
that were interesting. So could you hear us asking?
Can't hear a fucking thing. I'm not deaf in near a few more years, as it is.
Can you influence the water? Can you give us an image? Are you best to send your message through the water? colour was the paint you're looking for, Jim? Was it green? If there's any kind of image, just wait for it if you can. You can see below the water. She was waiting from.
You know why? Sorry. You know that finger there? We're literally burning up.
The door.
Yeah. It burned up.
Strange.
Like that finger.
Hmm.
Literally, I was doing that and just went red off. It's all that. Oh, yeah. Feel a bit odd now.
Anyone with 617 squadron available. Influence the waters if you can. Put your hand in the water. Give us an image.
I'm sure I saw something there. Start that again.
Is there anyone that used to work here? Shows what this building used to be. Give us an image of the industry that's gone around these areas.
You mentioned the paint, Jim. You found that interesting. There's no paint on walls.
Around the airplanes. Does anybody remember the airplane? Any children present?
Was there a school?
Is there anyone that worked on these buildings? Took them up, repaired them, worked on the roof.
Now we're going to say goodbye. If you'd like to just come through, it's goodbye from me.
Last chance to give us something, anything. Just make a splash in the water.
Yeah.
Just get the images going. Right, brilliant. Hello, spirits. I know you've moved in. I know you're here. We'd like to use your energies, our energies, to push this little wooden board round, this lovely drawing board. You can draw some pictures. We've got a lovely young man on the other table recently who might want to join us again. The lad that worked in the stables, are you still with us? Or was it another spirit that'd like to step forward this time? That's a good question. How many spirits are in the room with us? Perhaps you can draw a number.
Yes, that might be a good idea.
How many spirits are with us tonight?
Okay, is there any spirits around us? Yes or no?
That's it.
No. Is there any spirits around us? Yes or no? If there's any spirits around us, can you give us a name? See if anything comes through.
John, we've had while we were doing auto writing. What do you think to these strange EMF readings that we were getting?
I don't know. When we're asking questions, they seem to have gone off more. After asking a question, which was strange, we got CV come through and Q.
So there could be initials, or yeah. It seemed to be more active, didn't it, Leslie? When you mentioned landlady,
Yeah.
both EMF meters went off at the same time, and then it was like continuing for quite a while, weren't it?
Lighting up to red.
So yeah, there could be a spirit landlady from. Well, it could have been from 1800s.
Yeah.
Overall, Leslie, what have you with what's been going off in this section? What do you think as
I
to
definitely think there's something. We've had K2 activity. Andy's had his arms, hairs on his arms standing up. I've gone freezing. And Fiona, she was talking and then she said something in a really funny voice and I picked her up on it and she said, oh yes, I did that. But it sounded not like her voice. I can't remember. I've got it all recorded, but I can't remember what it was, what she said, which was really odd.
So we've got a lot of footage to go back on.
Yeah.
So.
This
John had a really hot finger across there.
hot finger.
Burning sensation.
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird with just that finger while doing scrying. There was no reason for it to be that one to start going wrong. I was scrying away, and next minute it just went right off that finger. I'm like, not sure why, but.
And then also this staircase here, when we were sat around here, all four of us, we could hear like a rustling sound as if something was walking up the steps. And there was nobody down there. We went to have a look, nobody there, nobody in any toilets or anything. It happened quite a lot.
Yeah.
What we were actually thinking, John, we're coming back through there at that Cutthroat Bridge.
Yeah.
And, possibly doing a ITC session.
Yeah.
Probably that could be on cards and I'd do a little recording and post it onto the page.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because we've got EVPs, we've got a lot of things to look through, and then with that information, if you can possibly come back here, try and ask, different questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be wet.
Hello everyone. So yeah, that last video, that's when me and Phil was investigating Orla's Team Spirit Paranormal, Lady Bower Inn. Leslie Hudson's been in the chat. Hello Leslie. Yeah, a good investigation that as well, definitely. Good location.
Hey everyone.
I'd say hello to Martin Ali from Lincolnshire Spirit Seekers. So we've got a video. Miss Jimmy West, she comes onto the comments. She watches his videos. So and she were talking to us about the places that she investigates. So yeah, she's on YouTube, I believe.
Yeah, Miss Jimmy West, Exploring Scary Places.
Yep. So that's Miss Jimmy West, Exploring Scary Places, and we've got one of her videos coming up right now. So we'll play that, and yeah, if you'd like to ask any questions, talk about anything, just pop it in the comments. We'll pick it up here, or we'll pick it up when if it's a rewatch. Thanks, guys.
Hey everybody, this is Miss Jimmy, Exploring Scary Places on YouTube. Got my friend Becky with me this night. So we're out here in what the locals call the Screaming Woods. And there's supposed to be a cemetery somewhere on this road. So we're going to try to find it. And do a spirit box session along with it. Okay, y'all? So y'all hang with us. Listen for noises because there's supposed to be the Screaming Woods. See if we see anything. Chances are we might see a fox. Or last time I went down through here, I was telling we might see this and that. And then I said, we might see a Bigfoot. That's all it took. I ran out of here. So, yeah. I like Bigfoot too. Yeah, I don't want to come head face to him out here in the Screaming Woods. You know. Got something to. Oh, well, there's. Oh, your light. My light. My leg light. My leg light. So. Well, I had a machete in the car. I should have put that on my belt. We could have been dressed for war. I like this big light because you can tone it down. You can get it dim or you can make it bright. I like that. But it uses batteries really fast. Now, through these woods is where the camping place is. This thing is drawing bugs. I like your light. Yeah. I got a bug in my ear. Ugh. Oh, I thought it was a spider web. No, I haven't walked in any of those. Oh. Well, we'd be doing some dancing. Oh, yes. Woo. It's dark, huh? It's dark down here, ain't it?
It is.
Why do they get in my ears? I guess my ears are showing, yours aren't.
No, mine covered it with my hair.
Well, I hadn't heard anything in those bushes.
Not in the truck.
No. Yeah. Boy, but once that light stops, it is pitch black. Going downhill.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, it's not too much further. Road's closing in on us, didn't it? Whew. Hmm.
Oh, really?
Do you see something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see some. Yeah, I see some posts or something. Okay, y'all, we made it through the Screaming Woods without hearing a thing. So it looks like we've come on some structure. It looks like it might be cemetery fence. Oh my God, look at those trees.
Oh, wow.
Okay, look at those trees. Isn't that odd? It's spooky looking. Okay, we're gonna go in this fence. Ooh, spiders is right there. Let's see if that one swings. Yeah.
Well, that was creepy.
Ooh, creepy fence. Okay, here we are. Look, there's fences down over there. Oh goodness, look at them old stones, and look at that moss tree.
That's a beautiful tree, man.
It is a pretty tree. What can I see? If there's any spirits out here that would like to talk, come on up and talk to us. Come up and say hello. We're here to visit with you. We don't mean no disrespect. We're just here to visit. Oh, look, this is a baby. Got markers that don't. Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Becky's holding the EMF. Look, it's already off the bot. It usually is just the green one. Come forward. Come forward and talk to my machine here and I can record you. If you come close to Becky and that light goes off, she can tell you're with her. Come on, step forward. Come on. We're here to visit with you. You can come up and talk if you want to. There's no electricity out here, so there should be no reason for that to go off. If it does go off, it means there's a little magnetic something near you, and then because they say spirits have a magnetism to them. What is it called? I can't think of the name of it.
Magnetic energy.
Yeah, they have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go over. Something's built up on the foot ground. Let's go back that way. There it is. Oh, there we go. Can y'all see?
Oh, yeah.
It's going off. Oh, it's going all the way over to the orange and red.
Come say hi.
Come up and tell us your name. Is your family buried out here? There's another tree. Is it the same tree? Mm-mm. How old those stones are. Ooh, there's an old one there. Well, that's not too old. It's 1907. Yeah, that is old. 1881 to 1907. So what is that? 28 years old? Those bugs are still eating on my nose and my ears. There we go. That's over a baby's stone. If there's any spirits, y'all step forward so we can know you're here. Step forward, tell us your name. What year did you pass away? Ooh, it's going. Y'all see the lights going off there? It is jumping. This is the same place it was a while ago, huh? Mm-hmm. There's probably something here that don't have a stone.
Do you have a message for someone?
I wonder what I was over here. I'm not going to track through all that. You don't have boots on, do you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Looks like that tree is. What's the lines on it? You see the lines on it? What is that? Ah, it's a vine. Yep, it is. Y'all see that tree? Look at that. Ooh, all that moss. Isn't it bad luck to take moss? Let's see.
I guess they answered you because
what? Is it bad luck to take moss? Stop.
Maybe they listened to you.
Yeah. Oh. Step forward. Let us know you're here. Let's see where spirit box go. We're going to do a spirit box. Just a few minutes. Oh. Okay. Let's slow it down. There we go. Is there anybody out here that wants to talk to us? Step forward. Talk right here. We can hear you. So let's put my eyes out. Step forward. Step forward. actually not very loud, is it? Oh. Fine. Step forward, talk to us. Come on, step forward. Got a message you want to send to somebody? Tell us and we can get it to them. Something just blinked, made the camera blink. Oh, that's big bugs flying close to it. Go ahead, talk to us. Ooh. What's that noise? Oh, oh, it's a big sun. Get pictures of it when it goes. Step forward, talk to us. I don't think it's so bright. This light's so bright. Let me dim it a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it's going all the way over. Ain't it? Mm-hmm. Step forward, talk to us. We can see you're here. You're here now. Talk to us. Can you say hello? Come on. Get all your energy together and say hello. This is not loud at all. Come on, say hello. What did you say? Can you say that again? Can you come say hello to us? Come up, tell us your name. Every time I talk, I feel like I hear something. I'm messing it up. Say it again. I can't read that. Move forward. Maybe we can read one of them. Go ahead. I can't see what it's doing. Let's see if we can on that big one. Ah, that's got it. Bugs up my nose, in my ears. Yeah, you might be able to. Look, something blessed. Come ye blessed. Okay. James. James, yep. What is that? James Gillian? Okay. My married name is Gilly, so that's what I was looking at. James, are you here with us? Come on, James, talk to us. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Hello, James. 1918. Is it? I can't read any of them. Is that 1840? 1840 was his birthday. Okay. He just had a birthday, July 15th. Well, happy birthday! 1910 or 9? 1910 or 1918. Right, that's okay. 1918. James, are you here? You want to say hello? Sure. He said sure. I heard sure. Step forward, James. Tell us hello loud and clear. Oh, my nose is itchy. Say it again. I'm just gonna say yes. James, are you here with us? Sweat's put my eyes out. You about ready to head out of here? Yeah. I'm gonna cut this off. Cut this off. Ooh. Bugs just, huh? I said we're blinking. Okay. What again? Oh, look at that. It is going crazy. I don't think they want us to leave yet. If y'all don't want us to leave, come up and talk to us. Can you touch my hand? Okay, you don't have to. Step forward. You want us to leave? If you want us to leave, come up. Well, should I say, if you want us to stay, come up. Come up and make this light go off on this machine. Just step forward and it'll go off. Okay. Now, what did I ask? You want us to stay? Oh. We'll stay a little while, but you're lucky. Bugs aren't eating you. They're eating us. Can you walk with us? Can you walk around with us? Step forward. Speak loud and clear so we can hear you. Talk to Becky's ear. I like that. I'll hold your hand. Come and hold Becky's hand. Are you here? I guess they left. Y'all leaves us? Y'all. Okay, we're gonna have to leave. You can respond that time. Oh, there they are. You didn't want us to leave. Well, step up and talk to us. You want us to come back when it cools down and there ain't no bugs? Huh? Or are you just like having a visitor? Is it good to have a visitor every once in a while? Is it good to have a visitor? They just don't want us to leave. Well, we gotta go. See if it lights up. Every time we talk about leaving, it lights up. Are you trying to say something? Speak into this machine I'm holding in my hand. Then when we leave here and hook it up at home, we can hear you. We can't hear you now, but we can hear you then. Come on. Thank you. Thanks. Going all pretty good.
They must have a lot to say.
Yes. Come forward and talk all you want. We're here because we want to visit with you. So come forward and visit with us. If you come close up to these machines, mine can hear you talk and hers can tell us you're here. Step forward, come on. Let us know you're here. Okay, we gotta go.
Okay.
Okay, we're leaving.
We'll see you later.
Bye. We'll be back when it cools down. Thank y'all for letting us visit. Bye-bye, Mr. James. If you want to. Oh, it's in my ear too. Ooh. Up my nose and in my ear. Come on, let's get out of here. Got that long walk. Let's see if we get louder. No, use it. It's gonna be no good when I get home anyway. Oh, okay. It loses it fast. Like if I don't change batteries and use it tomorrow night, it won't work. So I just change it every time I want to use it. Okay. Those little batteries, 6 of those little batteries ain't gonna do much. Whew. Let's listen and see if we can hear something in these woods. These frogs or crickets are hollering loud. A lot of lightning bugs. You hear something?
Yeah, I was just looking.
Okay. I get hot. I get dingy and start walking over my own feet. Might be just a certain time of year if you hear screaming.
I guess so. I didn't hear nothing but
There's a spider. I just stepped on a spider. Yikes. Yikes. He's dead now for the next person. Now look, where's the birds now? Maybe I'm walking too fast for them. They were getting us coming in. Why ain't they after us going out? I don't know. Yeah, we've been going for 28 minutes. And YouTube says you lose your audience after 15. So.
Yeah, but we had some activity on the.
Yes, we did.
Thing, so maybe they'll stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're still in the Screaming Wood, y'all, so hang with us. You never know. You never know. Whew. See, this is too much to come by yourself. I'd be scared from the truck all the way through. You see the lightning bugs? Can y'all see the lightning bugs? I see them when I'm walking. When I stop, they go away. That's my luck on lightning bugs. There's one. I'll shine it high. Now there's a cemetery in Loganville, and I didn't have, all I had was a digital camera. I shot it over my shoulder. I was walking with my husband. He don't believe it. He's ready to go. And he humored me. And I shot it over my shoulder, got home, put it on the computer, and there was smoke. Yeah, and my sister-in-law was with us, and she kept her pictures. But I told her, hold on, don't move, because there was an orb on the stone she was standing over. Most of those stones there is the incate, the big cement thing. And so I told her, don't move. And she said, what's wrong? And I said, there's an orb on the stone in front of you. She said, okay. And then my next shot, I didn't see it with my eyes. I was just taking shots. And the next shot or so, when we got the film developed, the orb was gone from the stone. It was on top of her head. Yeah, she freaked out when she saw the pictures. Yeah, we had a good time that night. My husband took us to a place in Kirbyville where they used to hang black people. And he come across, there was a creek dividing the blacks and whites. And he come across the creek, was seeing a white girl. Well, somebody caught him. They tarred and feathered that guy. Yeah. They tarred and feathered him on the bridge and pushed him off into the creek. Yeah. We're almost out because there's waiting. You see something? I don't see nothing. Here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off. Y'all, this is our first night to have Becky with us. I'm not gonna show her unless she says to. So she'll be with me several more times, okay, y'all? So here.
Hello everyone, yeah, and that was and hello to Meg Scalts. I know I've seen you on here before. Nice to see you. Yeah, so hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in. We've got a video to come up. It's our visit to St Boltoff's Church, isn't it?
It is. Just before that, though, to Neil Slater. Yeah, it is right, though. You know, when it comes to a location and it hasn't been visited for 100 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, aren't you, Phil? It's Neil Slater, definitely. Some of these locations, how old is the location? If it hasn't been visited for a while, if people haven't asked those spirits in there for a while, yeah, how connected are they to people that are alive and around them at that time? I mean, sometimes as well, even in lockdown, for instance, you start losing track of days. Now, can you imagine being a spirit that's alone with their thoughts? They probably could lose a lot about themselves as well. So when you're asking questions, you might not get much, or you might just get utterances of certain words. And it is an interesting thing to bring up, really. How sociable are spirits? How aware of their past selves? and many other aspects, I guess. So yeah, when you walk into these places, I mean, some say that those spirits are there replaying over certain sections of their lives. They probably forgot most of others. And then, like you said, depending on how many times people have visited and actually asked out questions, yeah, it could depend on how they respond. So yeah, it's Miss Jimmy West and
Exploring Scary Places.
Exploring Scary Places, and yeah, that's that was interesting, that one.
Well, it's worth
Interesting
putting on. She's
investigation.
only just kind of started out, and you know,
Yep.
and, it's good, to support these groups.
Yeah, I like how she went round, and there were a few responses there.
Yeah, that they didn't actually pick up.
That they didn't pick up, and we've always said it, when you're live and you're doing your investigation, you miss out loads of things. Help from viewers, screenshots, sound bites, things like that. When you send them in, and when you tell us what ITC is doing, it's really, really helpful, and we do appreciate it. So yeah, that were interesting. We've got a video coming up from me and Phil's visit. We did it in day. We have got a live going to be coming up probably tomorrow on day and night investigations. We're just going to have a little look into it. But yeah, this is us at St. Boltoff's Church. It's classed by quite a few as demon church and things like that. Now, we found that interesting. Activity might occur around some demonic activity, what's definitely occurred in there. But that activity, the interesting bit about St. Boltoff, what that church is dedicated to, is St. Boltoff drove away demons from certain places. So if you're going to go in doing demonic activity or just dark activity, then could that not raise a response from demons, but from the monks or from the people that were in that church looking after it? Did it drag them in? And then is that what causes them to react to you being in there? So we went and just to have a look around and see what we picked up.
We did do a small little ITC at end.
Yep.
But we also played a tune. I think it was a Benedict's prayer.
Yeah.
To raise some energy.
Yeah, we did, and also we wanted to go on 18th of June, I believe, but because of lockdown, things like that, we ended up there on 25th, and we thought we missed Saints' Day, the day dedicated to St. Boltoff. But what we found out is that the 25th is St. Boltoff's feast day in Scotland. So even though we missed 18th, we ended up turning up there, and we ended up there on a feast day. So we found that we found that interesting as well, that it all like linked up. So yeah, we're gonna play that video. Yeah.
Hello, and this is John from Red Rejects, and there's our Phil behind camera.
Hello.
And today we're in St. Boltoff's Church, Skidbrook, isn't it, Phil?
Skidbrook.
Yep. A lot of people do come here, and it's connected with satanic and demonic. But history of St. Boltoff is driven demons away from marshland. And this church is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's a St. Boltoff Church. So, personally, we don't think there's any demonic or satanic, other than people that do come here to do that, connection to this church. And if anything does happen when those things are being carried out, it's most likely St Bolthoff or is the people that's looked after the church, because they're in business of driving demonic away. And it's really peaceful, yeah, we're here in the day, but it's a really sunny day, and the light is exactly what this place appreciates. So we've been here, we've done a few things with us on. Today's St Bolthoff's feast day, 25th of June. That is in Scotland, you know. English one is 17th of June. But
And the day it's all energy.
It's all energy.
It's all in.
Yep.
And therefore, St Bolthoff itself.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, it's St Bolthoff had St Benedictine connections, and you know, we've done a reading from that into it. We're recording, and we're just basically going to listen out for any messages, activity, or anything like that. Basically, going down the road of peace and light, and actually seeing what happens.
So this is an ITC test for our app. We're in St Baltoph's Church. We're just here in respect and wondering if there's a message that you'd like to give to us. I'm pretty sure you just said St Baltoph.
I'm just pretty sure he did, actually. Yeah.
What are you doing here outside?
Yeah, I was just looking at there's up there. You can see straight up St Baltoph's Tower. I thought I heard St Baltoph. I thought I heard Philip as well. Did anything call out for Philip? Did anything call out for Philip?
Thugs. Are you on about the disrespect that this place has probably had in history? We're definitely not connected to that type of behaviour. Did you hear the Benedict hymn that we played earlier? Oh. Wow. Did you like that prayer?
We're living in strange times. Churches being shut throughout the country for a number of weeks. It's great to be here.
For the short time we're here, we're here to represent St Baltoph and put a little bit of positivity in this building, this Church of God.
Have you any messages for today's generation? Have you got any warnings for this generation?
Something to do with Lord Mary.
This is where Mary is reinstated as the, England is the dowry of Mary. Do you find that important? Have you got any messages on things to come? The times we're living in? Provision. Can we have your name?
My name's Philip.
My name's John.
What's your name, Spirit? Zach. So is there a Zach with us? Is there any bad spirits or entities in this building? Seems to be more than one. Is there more than one spirit talking to us? Can you give us a number on how many?
9. 9 or 9.
Could be 9.
When we had provision earlier, what do you mean by that?
We are Catholic.
Did you say Helen?
You know what Helene means?
Okay, we're just going to do a bit more. Short bit more time. Sun's moving around. Did that say they don't believe? We do believe someone's there. Can we have your name?
We do believe someone's there. We do believe in Jesus. We believe in God. And we don't do satanic rituals. We're going to be going very soon.
St. Benedict, Provision, Helene. What are you trying to say? Helene.
That one very much.
That was very Helene. Yeah. With regards to Helene, what message have you got? What would you like to say?
Don't take a walkie-talkie.
Remember Uno.
Oh no.
Oh, and yes, so that's our visit to St. Botolph Church. We are using the Redbridge X app. That's on Google Play Store for free for download. Made by Brian Allway and Samantha Rumble. Excellent job. Brian Allway and Samantha Rumble, if you check them out and check his apps out, they're really good. He's made them for a few different teams, and we started off by using the Project Paranormal app, and we approached Brian and we asked if we could have a camera setting included into it, and to do this we are going to use it more as well and do a few more tests where we set the camera on a certain item or location or in a particular location and see if we can get Spirit to answer to what's in that screen, and then we can video close up the screen on the tablet or the phone, and also the sound is better when you're closer to phone and tablet. So we asked about that, and they put it together and it's worked great, hasn't it? So yeah, great to if you want to check that out, it's on Google Play, free for download, and right, yeah. So paranormal lifestyle and investigations. It almost sounds like there are two, possibly even three entities answering. Do you know what? I didn't think that at the time. I didn't come across it in my mind. But listening back to it, it's like there were a certain question about if they're happy that we're there, or if they enjoyed the Benedictine prayer earlier that we did. It sounded like one particular voice were very no and negative, where the others were yes, we did. So yeah, it did seem like there were one or two entities there. What's the other? Just scroll right to the bottom for us, mate. Love Samantha and Brian's apps. We investigate paranormal. Thank you very much. Yeah. When it's finished, it's on Beyond Dimensions page. This for rewatch and replay. If you like it, please like and follow us page, and you get the updates. We'll be live tomorrow. I'm going to be looking at day and night investigations. I'm going to try and get someone to come on as well that wants to look into that, as in benefits of investigating in day and night, and reasons, and what are the differences, and people's thoughts on this. So if you're interested in that, comment. Private messages, it's all right. And yeah, we're going to look at that because we've come across a few things that that might be quite interesting in this, what we're doing day and night. Now, one, for instance, the light is very useful. Well, the lack of light at night is very useful, because any small glimmers of light is going to show up a lot better. But what if there's other differences? What do benefit a day investigation? So that's exactly what we'll be looking at. We investigate paranormal. Andy here again. Hi, Andy. How you doing? Excellent. Danielle Griffin. Good morning from Australia. Excellent. And right, yes. Also, we're part of Team Spirit Paranormal, and there's a live debate tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. We usually go live on camera, don't we? Yeah. We look at certain subjects. this subject, I believe it's history, isn't it? Paranormal and connections to history, and we love looking things up before we turn up to a location, and it's because we want to be able to get to the right questions that might get a response from right spirits or entities that might be there, because some events have happened in some locations, and if you talk about them, I'm sure if there's something there, it's going to be connected to that history, to that subject. So that's why we look things up. We don't necessarily look up much on like families that have been there or any particular spirit. It's just history that we really are interested in.
Just to let people know, Jimmy West, we played one of your videos earlier.
Yeah, we did. You able to look that back, Jimmy? Thank you for that.
I believe it was Screaming Woods or something.
Yeah, Screaming Woods, yeah.
Please visit her YouTube and subscribe. Brilliant person, bless her.
Yeah, definitely. And so, yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. We'll be looking at day and night investigations in sometime in the afternoon. We'll put an event out on page. So if you like and follow us, you'll see that event come up. And then later on, there's the Team Spirit Paranormal live debate. So it'd be great to see you all there. Yeah, thank you for tuning in today. That's it, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you got anything else set up?
We'll put that for tomorrow.
Right, yeah. We'll be live again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you all have a great Saturday. Any questions or comments, just put them in on this video. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you tomorrow.